People want to feel important. The same thing with your family, your kids, your spouse, everybody. If you want to make them feel important, you have to give your attention to them. You can be looking everywhere, texting and talking. Hello everyone, this is Inspired Tuesday number 66. Because our team at Icon Dental Center believes that starting the day motivated and inspired sets up the rest of the day for success. We bring quotes to our morning huddles, and it has been so positive to our team that we decided to share it with you and hope to motivate and inspire you as well. Today the topic is be present. Be present means staying here. Right here. That sounds pretty obvious and simple, right? But it's a huge challenge. And if you practice being present, you can solve a lot of problems at work and outside work. I have in here 3 tips to help our team and you to be present. I'll talk about 2 tips, bring 1 quote, and then 1 more tip. Enjoy! Tip number 1 is be aware of time management. I've had this question over and over again. It's like, how in the world did you do dental school and you raised a daughter and you had time for both? And how now you're so busy all the time and you don't miss a workout and you're right there, you're doing activities with your son and doing this. How do you find life balance? Any high achiever, forget about me, anyone that does a lot and has a busy schedule, they understand that life balance doesn't exist. It's delusional. It's totally not there. No one is God and no one is that perfect to be able to manage 2 hours goes to the family, 2 hours go to work, 3 hours, there's no such a balance. That one is not possible, but the pursuit of balance is possible. It's like, I'm spending too much time at work. Now let's get self-aware. I'm going to spend more time in here with the family. You can pursue balance, but it's never going to exist because life goes like this. And sometimes you have to be more focused on things if you're a high achiever, because if you're not focused on anything and you have time exactly the same for everything, means you're average. It's mediocre. You're not getting in, doing something to a high level, to a full potential in any area. And, the way we do it is at work, when we have a leadership meeting, just an example, we come in with an agenda, and then at the end, we have action items with due dates because we know that we don't have that much time. We're growing. We don't have all year to decide on something. We got to decide and we got to be efficient in our time and be productive. So we schedule the meeting. We schedule when things are going to be done. I recommend the same thing for outside work, at home. You got to schedule time for your family. Go back to my time in dental school. On Saturday and Sundays are the day that I stayed home, didn't have school, and my daughter was home. Those days I would wake up because I know she would sleep in. I would wake up at 5 a.m. By 12 p.m. I was done. I studied so much that I was done for the week. And if I had something else to do, so I'd be I have a few more chapters, a few more things to study, I'll do it when she has a nap time. So you gotta be aware of time management. You can't waste time and not be productive with your time, so you can be present to the people and to the things that you prioritize. So another thing, another example is now during the holidays, my daughter was home and she needed to study for after the holiday, and she kept saying, hey, when are we gonna find time? I said, listen, if you wanna, I'm teaching her time management, and also for myself, let's schedule. On Wednesday from 1 to 2, we're gonna study, and that's it, scheduled, and I'm not gonna plan anything and you don't plan anything. So that's how you can be present and do the things. Make sure that you take control over your time, and that's how you're gonna be able to be present. Tip number 2 is identify the moment. With self-awareness, I improved in this tip, but it's still a work in progress. It's a really hard tip to follow, but it's very important. Successful people, they are doing something, they totally identify the moment and they give their all. That's really important. If you're going to work, that's where you are. You're living that moment with all your heart. You forget about what's happening at home. You forget about all these things. You're living that. And if you go to the gym, you're not on the phone texting and answering people's emergency. You have that workout, you have to finish. And then after that, you go and you text. And for example, when I come back home, that one is a trick. I've been doing it for a while and it's really helpful. When I get home and I'm in the garage, I get my phone and put it in my purse, close it, done. 2 hours, I don't even look at it. nothing. Like I'm back home, I'm having dinner with my family, catching up, playing with my son. I'm present and I'm not listening to anything else. This is what I'm doing. For those, so I don't even watch TV at that time. Like I'm literally there being present. I never watch TV, but I'm saying I don't do anything other than that, than being present. That's exactly how we train at work. If you get in a room, or if a patient checks in at the front desk, or you get in an operator and a patient is in front of you, the patient in that moment is at center of our attention. You gotta be present. You can't just be thinking of what's going on in the clinic when you're talking to that person. Of course, you have to be on time for other patients because, you gotta respect everybody's time. But when you're right there, block everything. You're right there listening and giving your all and, with all your heart, being present to that patient. That's really what makes the difference. I had an assistant at some point that she would always be looking at the schedule and get, oh my God, some people, and she was never present. It was like, forget it. Don't look on the schedule. You gotta be present. It's 5 minutes that you're gonna get. You give all your attention in that 5 minutes, and you can't look on the sides. Otherwise, it doesn't feel right. People want to feel important. It's the same thing with your family, your kids, your spouse, everybody. If you want to make them feel important, you have to give your attention to them. You can't be looking everywhere, texting and talking with your kids while talking to them. So this is really important. Identify the moment and give your all at that moment. That's how you're gonna learn totally to be present and improve your connectivity and your connection with people for sure. A quote from Nat Hanh: "Nothing is more precious than being in the present moment, fully alive, fully aware." Tip number 3 is be where you are. Present people make a huge impact. For example, Michael Phelps, he won all these Olympic gold medals. During the time he was in the pool competing, going back and forth and winning, do you think at that moment, during those seconds or during the time he's totally training and he's thinking, I'm not sure if my car has gas. What am I gonna cook today? Like you're sitting in here and thinking about those other things. He is so present and he's so much where he is that he made this huge impact of winning all these things. It's literally how successful people that big make a huge impact they do. They are in that moment. They are where they are. And I really try that. Like, for example, if I go on vacation, I don't even put the Wi-Fi on my phone. I leave it somewhere. Yes, I take picture. I don't even put the Wi-Fi. Like what I do is when I go back, before I go to bed, everybody's about to sleep, then I want to check what's going on in the world. Then I turn on the Wi-Fi and I go. So if I post a picture, I don't even look at notification. Later on when I look, then I answer all, if I have to put a like or whatever in a notification. I try to be present. So I'm living this whole moment and not thinking of everything else that's happening. Because it's literally the worst thing you can do, and I live it. That's why I try to change, and I work a lot on that. It was so hard to be in school thinking, why am I not spending time with my daughter? To be at work, why am I not going to the gym? To be at the gym, why am I not going and checking on my emails? To be checking my emails, and why am I that's the wrong mindset. It's a losing mindset, and it's not going to take you anywhere. So change that and be aware, be where you are, and enjoy it, because that's how you're going to be present and productive and enjoy your time. I hope you guys like the topic and the quote today, and I'd love to hear from you. Are you present? Do you get trapped? Are you working on that? Or it's kind of hard for you to not have your phone and be answering to all these things? Go ahead and leave me comments below. And if you have any topic that you'd like me to talk about, I'd love to hear from you and discuss the topic here in this platform with you. And if you haven't done yet, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our page on Facebook and Instagram at Icon Dental Center. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.